I have osteoporosis.
Cheese.
Greetings, everyone. Oh, this is the wrong camera angle. Oh, you know what? Let's roll with it for now. We have reached the final episode of Interdisciplinary Innovation Discussions. 12 of these, I think. 12? 12 and some change or something like that. Oh, I keep looking over here because you know what? I'm gonna move the camera. There we go. Room reveal or keyboard reveal. That's not the right view. You know what? It's good enough. Look, I'm not too worried about burning extra time because I am choosing the topic today. Is kind of like the congratulatory. What is going on with my camera? The congratulatory celebration of everyone's game storming. Which let me just pull this up. Very professional, I know. I bet my keyboard sounds real nice as well.
You're gonna have to speak up.
You're gonna have to speak up, sir. My hearing is not so good.
Yes, KUDOS. That's the title. Just KUDOS. So, I want to, because everyone, I feel all the teams did a really great job with their game storming ideas. I wanted to go through each one, and I felt like sticking to that 2 to 3 minute whatever, like the original intention of the video discussion posts was a bit limiting. So we're gonna go in, okay? We're gonna I'm gonna kind of review each one and what I really liked about each thing. Maybe a little bit of constructive criticism. Maybe not. We'll kind of see. I'm gonna try to keep this really positive because I want to highlight the good stuff from each one. So buckle in. This is probably gonna be, well, I don't know how many minutes this is gonna be, but it's gonna be probably the longest out of them all. But that's okay because it's the last one. Okay, so is everyone on board? Are you ready, Yon? Are you ready, Saf? How about you, Shazar?
Can I laugh in your face?
What the hell?
Okay, so group number 1. You guys did this Doodle Dash game storming. I'll give kind of like a very brief summary of what the game was as well as I talk about it. This was a pretty cool exercise where you basically combined what is the game? Pictionary, I guess. You know, where you as a team had to draw a concept, and then everyone went around to guess what that concept or word was. I thought this was a pretty good, like creativity exercise, because normally when you play Pictionary, right, you get one picture, like one image to guess the thing, but because everyone could draw a different thing, you can almost like cover the different facets of whatever concept you're trying to talk about. So that was very interesting. I feel again, I'm gonna try to keep it positive, but I feel like there is some room for like to tighten up the little difficulty putting this into words, like tighten up the restrictions on what people can draw, because I think it was actually a little too easy. I mean, then again, it could be the words that we were presented. The words were pretty easy, pretty obvious. So maybe it'll perform differently when you have much more challenging concepts, maybe like scientific ones or like really precise computer like programming workflow style stuff. Maybe it's a little more challenging then, but I feel like it was too easy, especially because I believe there was a 3-way tie between all the teams at the end. You know, I never got those Kit Kats, Kevin. Where are those Kit Kats? Anyways, very good. I enjoyed it. I'll give it A tier. I'll put it in A.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him...
Group number 2, S tier.
I mean, say what you want about the tenets of National Socialism, dude. At least it's an ethos.
Group number 3. Now this was a fun one. This is very you know, it hit me in my soft spot, so I'm a little biased. The premise here, we're a comic book publishing company, I suppose. I forget, were we Marvel or DC? I don't remember what it was, but we're a studio, we make comics, and they were looking for a comic series with a prompt given, that being our main character traveled back in time to the Mesozoic period. And I think this was a really cool concept because we were given complications as we were supposed to develop the story, right? So we were hashing the story out, and then suddenly a prompt would appear like, oh, your main character died, or, you know, whatever other prompt periodically. And I thought that was really interesting because it actually mirrors like studio executive interference with the production of certain media. So like it's a really good exercise in like adapting to sudden demands that are forced upon you, and I thought it was really enjoyable. And again, comics kind of are a soft spot for me. Like here, I'll even show it's been in frame actually for every single episode of this series without anyone knowing. Okay, so this is really old. It's not indicative of my artistic skill at this point, but I don't know if you can see I got like comics that I used to draw like when I was younger. I spent hours and hours. Well, that's not a great picture. Do I have any good? Oh, there we go. That looks like a comic there, eh? I used to do a whole bunch of these when I was younger. You know, this whole book is full of them. That whole container on the ground there. That's all comics that I used to draw. So good exercise. I really enjoyed it. I will put it in A+ tier, or maybe I should put it in C tier for comics. Group number 4, where we are traveling to the far-off land of Canada. Now this was a really fun one as well. Kind of like pretending to be what's the term? Like reporters? Not reporters, journalists, I guess. Where we're trying to write those article topics for newcomers coming to Canada. I thought that was a really fun exercise, like a really effective exercise. I really liked how we had to like take a topic and then combine it with that item, that random item. We got that, my group, we had that, it's like a fold-up binoculars thing. It's really weird, but interesting. And so, like, finding a connection between all those things, it was a really good thought exercise. And unfortunately, I don't really remember. Oh, yes, my group, I think we came up with the idea for a guide to healthcare in Canada for newcomers. Because we were inspired by, like, the binoculars, like, reminding us of optometry. And so I was like, oh, you know, optometry, dentistry, and more. A guide to Canadian healthcare, right? Because I feel like that would be something that a newcomer would be interested in learning about coming to Canada. The only problem I had with the game storming thing, it's a minor problem. It's just, I feel like the icebreaker thing at the beginning, I think it didn't seem particularly effective because the groups that we were in, like, we already know everyone in our group, and not not as in like we know everyone in the cohort. It's like it's the same group that we've been like working with for all the other things, right? So I don't know, I felt like it was a little redundant and it didn't really contribute to the overall thing. That being said, it was a fun like improv acting thing, you know, because we're all like, oh, what's a Tim Hortons? Can we go in there to stay warm because all the buses are shut down or whatever? So it was still fun. I just don't think that it connected very well to the rest of it. But again, it's just me. I will give this exercise also A tier. Very good. A tier. Alright, the last one. Storytelling, as you can, well, as some of you might know, is a very strong aspect to my being. I don't really know where I'm going to put those words, but talking about, man? The Fate Ring, right? Kind of, it was a little confusing to me at first, but I think I picked it up as we went along. The premise, of course, being we took the meaning of a tarot card and combined it with Dan Harmon's like adventure story cycle, and basically created that dynamic story with each other's groups. That was sorry, I just realized that the light was off. That was an interesting exercise. I think a really interesting part that I don't think many people really got a chance to like ruminate on was like, sure, we had to come up with our own segment of the story, but then as we were starting to put the segments of the story together, we would realize that our segment didn't mesh with whatever was happening in the story already. And so that like forcing us to improvise on the fly to ensure our part fits into this grander narrative. I think that was like, it's a really interesting, I keep saying the word interesting, I have to find a synonym here. It was a really fascinating mechanic, I guess you could say, in the game. It was really good. I will put this one, I will also put it in A tier. Yes, and I'm glad that what was his name? Frank the Frog. Frank the Frog will live on happily ever after, in my heart, anyways.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god!
So, I think that's about it. This video, I don't know how long this is. It's like probably 12 minutes or something, according to my timer. You know, it's okay. It's our final episode of this series for this semester. Yeah, so I really appreciate all the hard work everyone did into putting all their game storming games together. There was no bad ones. If you look at the tier list, there was no bad ones, right? So, I mean, I guess maybe I could drop the comic book one from C tier to F tier just because, you know, Gone Boy didn't win the challenge, but what was the other one? The one where you fight Nazi dinosaurs, that one did. I mean, it's a pretty good story as well, but Gone Boy is like, it's superior. I'm just, it's a fact, right? But yeah, I really did enjoy everyone's hard work, and I think it's a great way to cap off the semester. So, everyone give yourself a little pat on the back, and I would say that I'd see you later, but being this is the last in this series, I will see everyone in real life only and no longer through these videos. So if you're one of those random people who just watches the videos and never sees me in person, thank you for watching. Special shout out to Ian for being a TA and watching all these stupid videos that I've been uploading to our forum.
That's why it's the GOAT! The GOAT!
So with all that being said, thanks for watching today's final video. Like I said, I probably won't see you again. Unless...
Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Join the Helldivers. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force. See exotic new life forms. And spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy. Become a hero. Become a legend.